Rule Breakers has been announced. We have some potential leaks going around to talk about. We're going to talk about some last minute investments for you guys, and basically our plan heading into the promo tomorrow. If you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure you guys drop a big thumbs up on it, and if you guys are enjoying the daily FIFA 22 market content, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you never miss out on another video from me. So guys, yeah, we still got that Halloween vibe. Today I am, I guess a doctor, I don't know. I'm going to some like Halloween party. I needed a costume, so I just pulled out the scrubs. But yeah, guys, today obviously yesterday, Rule Breakers was announced. It really didn't matter what the name of the promo was. We always knew that, you know, we were going to get something. We didn't even get the loading screen popping up there. But we did get a new loading screen today. We did see that, if I can get it to show up here, we did see there's going to be like a Liverpool player. And basically these cards are just going to be these boosted, really fun cards to use. So here's the loading screen right here. It looks like we're going to be getting maybe a Trent Alexander-Arnold card, maybe. That right winger could be Ousmane Dembele, who, which we'll get into it, is a leaked player, by the way. But yeah, this guy here, Top FUT FIFA, he leaked that we are getting an Ousmane Dembele rule breaker card, and I mean, he's pretty reliable. He's been right in the past. I don't think there's really any confirmed leaks aside from that. If you guys hear him, obviously throw him in the comments or whatever, but we're not going to get too deep into leaks. So first things first, I kind of want to go over the current state of the market, what to kind of expect before we hop into specifics here. And the market has been, you know, actually on an incline. Golds have been very well. Today we got the Flashback Conte, which was a decent card. Personally, I'm not a fan of it. He's untradeable. He's like 280k. His gold card will be 280k in like 2 weeks. So it's not even really worth doing in my opinion. But the market's done well. Gold card's 2% up today, which is a good indicator that, you know, we finally are moving a little bit in a positive direction. However, I do think tomorrow, once the promo does drop, a lot of these cards are going to just completely reverse and go down. I think really we're seeing a lot of high-rated fodder actually go up, and I think that's a good sign, but I do expect to see it completely reverse down. And obviously Ousmane Dembele's been moving a little bit, being that he is leaked. I don't expect really too much movement on his card when he does go out of packs. You know, we're starting to get to that stage now where the low-rated golds, the low-rated meta cards are gonna just end up becoming fodder very soon. So personally, I'd stay away. As far as like the high-tier cards, the specials, they are doing very well. Icons, taking a look at them, they're actually down today, which, you know, is a little surprising. You'd think they do a little bit better, but I just think, you know, with new cards coming out, people are kind of waiting to see what comes out, and they're kind of cashing out of icons, I guess. Because obviously, no, we're going to be getting a ton of high-rated cards with this Rule Breakers promo, and a bunch of new cards and different alternatives. So I think icons will do good over the weekend. I just think that there's a little bit of panic, or really just people aren't too fussed to be spending on icons. They're going to wait and see exactly what's going to come out. So let's talk about some last minute investments that you guys can do heading into the promo, and then we're going to kind of talk about our game plan heading into the promo at 6 p.m. So some of our last minute pickups we're going to be looking to do here is going to be a lot of the fodder cards that haven't gone up today. Yes, we've seen some of the high rated cards go up, so be careful and cautious of who you're going to pick up, because of course you guys don't want to be buying cards that are going to be inflated then down tomorrow. You guys can buy now, you can buy tonight, buy tomorrow, buy during content tomorrow. I think fodder's a great choice. We're going to see a ton of SBCs with Rule Breakers, and last year we had some very, very popular ones. And I think this time around we're going to see the same thing. So 84s, picking them up under 2k if you can, under 2.2k maybe. Really good shout. I love Alaba as a card. I love Felipe. Alaba's out of packs too, which means if we get a really good SBC, especially you Xbox guys, that supply will dry up really fast. And what I mean by supply is I'll show you what I check for when we are doing supply talk. So I always like to go to the market and kind of search up how much of a player there is. So of course with Xbox, there's obviously less players, less stuff on the market. So when we do get SBCs, things get bought up much faster than on PlayStation. So just taking a look at Alaba here, you can see and skip through on just his gold card. We'll see how many cards he really does have on this market for Xbox. And as you can see, you can go through the pages, you know, quite a decent amount. Now, I don't like to just do this, go through like 10 pages at his whatever price. But looking at his price on Futbin, it says he's at 2.3k or whatever. So we're going to take a look and see how many cards are under 2.7k. And as you guys can see, there is about 5 pages of him under 2.7k. That is a potentially very good sign. If we get an SBC that requires 84 rated players and Alaba is one that gets bought up, these pages on Xbox will get bought up so fast. because there's only 6 pages of him from, you know, 2.3k to 2.7k. So with that, you guys can pick up some at like 2.3k or whatever, and if we do get an SBC and he's required, like this card could fly up. And even taking a look at the supply that we have at 3.5k, you can see there's still a little bit more at that 3k range, but there's not too much. There's probably going to be about 60 pages, which, you know, when you think about how many millions are playing this game, one good SBC is all it takes, and these cards could fly. And of course, guys, your high-rated cards, I think 85s are still low, 86 is too low. You guys know I've talked about Fodder so many times recently. 83s at discard. I just think it's all a really good shout to pick up. And honestly, you know, we shouted John Stones out at 850 coins, 900 coins. He's at 1.4k now. I think there's just still more room for some of them to rise, especially a card like Tio Hernandez and stuff like that, or Lucas Hernandez, sorry. Because now we're going to be getting those boosted SBCs. We're going to get a promo that people really, really like, and I just think a lot of fodder is going to go up. Now I want to talk about our game plan heading into tomorrow. And of course, if you guys have watched in the past, we always talk about buying cards between the 6 and 8 p.m. UK window, and then of course the kind of 4 a.m. UK window too. And I think these are probably the best cards to flip. Now, these aren't investments, these are flips you want to sell right away. If a flip goes south, you guys want to sell quick, but they can go up just as fast too. Now, what I'm going to be looking at is any really, really kind of popular cards, in-demand cards, whether it's in a Team of the Week that's out of packs or just a past, UCL card now. These are the cards I'm going to kind of look at. Now, keep in mind for content, by the way, the group stage is back next week, which means UCL cards are going to probably move a lot from now until that time, because people are going to be getting hyped up for the games. Keep in mind the current Team of the Week is getting heavily supplied, man. Heavily supplied. Aside from Mo Salah, the next cheapest card is Upamecano at 97k. Now, I'm not going to go into any of the Upamecano ones to watch stuff and the ones to watch craze that we've been kind of seeing. There is a whole separate video tomorrow that you guys are going to see. It's a really actually special video. You guys will like it. It's a little bit different. But we're going to talk about all that ones to watch madness we've been seeing. But right now, I probably avoid those ones to watches because they're just so unpredictable right now. I would wait until next week before you even think about trading with any of them, just as the safe investment advice. Of course, if you want to take the gamble, by all means, go for it. But like I said, you guys want to kind of take a look at some of these special cards that are out of packs. So like Mo Salah's first inform, which definitely has taken quite a hit due to the fact that, that second inform had come out. Mo Salah sitting at 580 now, so he did come down a little bit. And that was to be expected. So expect like some panic to really kind of happen. And actually, he's gone up quite a bit from yesterday. 538 on Xbox up to 580 now. PlayStation, the one that's not moving too much. But if you guys see some panic tomorrow on this card during the Rule Breakers craze, pick him up. There's not a lot of supply on him. And again, Xbox guys, let's take a look at first inform Mo Salah's price. Well, I can guarantee you that there is not really much of a supply on Xbox, which, in return is what's causing his card to kind of rise up so much. So if we do a max of, say, 600k, that way we don't get the second inform in there, even 700k. At 700k, this is Mo Salah's supply. From his first inform supply from, 700k and lower. Keep in mind his price is about 580. There's not much of it, which means if there's a lot of demand, this card can go up really, really fast. And I'd imagine if you see some panic, he goes back down like 530 or something. That's definitely a pickup. Same with PlayStation. He's from Team of the Week 1, so I don't expect too much supply. Now, I know I'm going to get tons of comments. Spice, what about the gold cards? What about the gold cards? Guys, I'm not trading with gold cards anymore. I'm not going to even recommend any of them because they just always go south. The market can't handle supply. So I'm avoiding any gold cards as I buy. I think over time, they just always go down anyways. I just don't think it's worth the risk, and that's why I'm really just sticking to special cards. As I said too, if you guys don't want to flip cards from that Friday night period or into Saturday or whatever, you guys can always take a look at some of the UCL cards. Tonali's one he's risen up quite a bit. So if you see some panic on him tomorrow, potentially take a look at him because we've seen this huge kind of rebound from the last match. And I think this just kind of is going to further go, especially with all the Discord madness we've seen. I wouldn't be surprised to see cards like him completely go up again because AC Milan, they do play Porto again. It's Liverpool versus Atletico, except at Anfield this time. So another, say Milan win and Atletico lose again, Milan looks even more likely to potentially get an upgrade. And that's with all the cards too, even Inter. I know Vidal is probably very similar too. But we do have Champions League next week, and it'd be a good idea to buy some of these cards in the panic because I do think that they are a safer investment heading in. Because again, with all that Discord madness and stuff we'll talk about in tomorrow's video, you're going to see a lot of hype getting onto these cards very early on. And even just taking a look at Vidal here, which I personally think Vidal is a better card than Tonali, in just my opinion. He hasn't even rebounded as much as Tonali has just yet. I mean, he went from like 40 to 60k, which is still a pretty significant rebound. But I'd imagine with some panic tomorrow, you'll be able to buy him at a pretty good price. And, you know, you can hold for a little bit. He'll go up, maybe not a ton. Of course, be careful. We don't know what to expect for tomorrow. The market could completely throw this up. But if you guys find a good buying opportunity, definitely take a look at it. And don't be afraid to pull the trigger because these cards are going to be very good. And Inter have a very good chance of upgrading. So yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you drop a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. And until next time, peace.